Nothing like October football. Welcome in, everyone. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 6. I'm Scott Hansen. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start in KC. The Chiefs at home to take on the Houston Texans. And it's the Texans QB. He had it working every which way. This, a rushing touchdown. He also had 3 passing touchdowns. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns at home to take on Washington. And this is the running back for the home team. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And here's the Packers running back. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Packers are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
And now, your defending Super Bowl champion, San Francisco 49ers.
On the visitor's sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. His guys a bit of a mixed bag through 6 games, 3-3 to start the year. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys coming off their... Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action.
Ready.
Now Kaepernick. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49ers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Let's go now.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw is Kaepernick. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Get it. Let's go.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's still barreling through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. They go with Lynch right side. Now somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Looking to put a drive together.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
It's a gain of 18. And the 49er first down.
Ready.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 7-7, our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Landry now in motion right. Again, it's Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And that is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Now Lynch, left side. Able to avoid it at the 40. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. AC Cardinal.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Niners at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back,
touchdown, 49ers! A great play there. 37 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Shifts by him. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now here come the Dolphins. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more of a tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Ready?
Here's Kaepernick. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Kaepernick to throw again. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hamilton. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now it's Tannehill. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It's a gain of 20.
Tannehill now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
It's 2nd down.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Under pressure, they got him again. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And here's the Chiefs wideout. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. The Chiefs up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots as they host the Cleveland Browns. And this is the Patriots wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Pats get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Colts running back. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away. It's a touchdown. The Colts get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Not quite a 1st and goal, but still a red zone alert nonetheless as we jump back into the action. 1st and 10, just outside of the 10-yard line. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's caught. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They go up the middle with Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll run again with Lynch. And this time he is in. Great effort there. We drop you back into the action here. Ball in the red zone. Offense has it with a 1st down. 1st down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. It's a 2-score game in the 4th quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs a football. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's
4th quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. A strong running. The Dolphins. We jump into the action. It's 2nd down and 3, and the ball in the red zone.
Ready.
Up the middle, it's Lynch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point.
And he will fight his way in. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. They'll run. It's Miller. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Now they're setting up here for the onside kick. They need this football. Now can the receiving team thwart that from happening? And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim.
It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Kaepernick going to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to be set up down 15-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Niners, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
artistry on display. Hi, everyone. I'm Scott Hansen. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 7. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin in Santa Clara. The Niners at home to take on the Miami Dolphins. And this is the Niners wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Niners improve to 6-0. They keep rolling with another victory. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston? Looking in on the Texans, they're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And here is the running back. He's going to show some burst, and he has a score, 24 yards on the touchdown. The Packers move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And here's the Rams wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
Film rooms are the forum where
defending Super Bowl champion, San Francisco 49ers.
On the visitor's sideline is Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. His squad really needs to turn it around. 1-6 to start this season. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Ready?
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. That is 60. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
49er first down.
They'll look to throw. He'll go back to Odell. They connect again. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Touchdown, San Francisco. His fourth TD grab of the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. First and 10, here comes 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Down and 12 yards to go.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to the...
Oh, a win here for the 49ers. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.